is facing misdemeanor charges after their toddler ingested marijuana edibles. 19-year-old Jesse Tamburo and 21-year-old Karina Venarnan were cited after their daughter ate those candies. But just how potent are these drugs for children, and what should parents be aware of when having them in their possession? KRDO News Channel 13's Michaelia White got some answers from experts.
Colorado Springs police got the call at around 8:30 last night. A 2-year-old ingesting harmful doses of marijuana at a home in the 1700 block of Tesla Drive.
What officers found is that there were adults present in the home and that they had left edible marijuana, which was wrapped in a reused candy wrapper, out in the open.
Investigators say the child's parents and a friend fell asleep while watching television. The candy was left within her reach, and something naturally a toddler would reach for.
Well, the edibles, if you looked at them, they look just like any other kind of candy or kind of brownies, or, to a kid, especially a 2 or 3-year-old, it's going to look like something they've probably had in the past.
The danger, however, these candies have very potent doses of THC inside.
The danger depends totally on the dose. And the problem is, with some of these edibles, you're only supposed to eat part of the edible, as in a brownie, 1/6 of the brownie. If the child eats the whole brownie, they're getting 6 times the dose.
And when it comes to these types of substances in children, police say it's better to be safe than sorry, keeping potentially harmful substances locked away out of the open.
You have to compare it to consumption of alcohol. If you're allowed to consume alcohol in this state, but if you use it to an excess where you can't provide for and take care of your children, then that becomes a concern, and that can also be neglect.
Any parent will tell you, especially if you have a little kid, in a blink of an eye, in part of a second, they can get in trouble. So you always have to keep your eye on them.
In Colorado Springs, Michaelia White, KRDO News Channel 13.
Thank you, Michaelia. Police say they have been working with the Department of Human Services for the case. Both parents were given summons and will appear in court following these charges.
Well, Springs police want to find the parents of a young child who may have been abused. Detectives think something may have happened when the child was in the care of a babysitter over the weekend. The parents are not the suspects. The child is an 11-month-old girl with blonde hair. Details of the incident are not being released, but police say it may have happened at the Creekside Apartments near Powers and Space Center Drive. If you have any information about this, call Colorado Springs Police or Crime Stoppers.
Authorities across the state are gearing up for a St. Patrick's Day DUI crackdown. The Heat is On campaign wraps up tomorrow and continues through Friday, March 18th. Last year, more than 500 drivers were arrested for DUIs over the St. Patrick's Day holiday. That's a 14% increase compared to 2014. March was the 3rd deadliest month for accidents involving alcohol last year, behind August and September.
Well, if you do go out to celebrate St. Patrick's Day, free rides home are available. Once again, the McDivitt Law Firm offering free rides home in Colorado Springs and Pueblo. The service begins at 10 at night on St. Patrick's Day and runs until 3 in the morning. McDivitt will pick up the tab on your cab ride as long as